Hi viewers, welcome back to Cleansing Knowledge Quest. I am Kelvin Ikenna Ikechukwu, and today we'll be continuing, or this is the part B of physics for early starters. In the part A, we discussed about what is physics and the importance, its importance and application. So we'll be talking now or putting our concentration on the branches of physics and the fundamental concepts in physics. Now, the branches of physics. Remember, I said earlier on that physics is very broad, and in fact, it is the foundation of all sciences. It is very broad and it is the foundation of all sciences. So it is very, very diverse. And for you to be able to fit in, there will actually be a branch that you can master because you cannot just get all of them at once. So therefore, for it to be easy to understand, it is being divided into several branches. These branches are what, but I will list the important branches and tell you what you will find or what is the area of specialization in these branches. Now, the first branch is what we call classical mechanics. Now, in this branch, you study what? You study matter, and the motion of forces that plays on it in a macroscopic level. When I say macroscopic level, I mean in a big level. So it's like when I kick a ball and the ball begins to move. When I want to study what is normally taking place, I study them under what? Classical mechanics. So it is motion, forces on an object. So this is what is being studied in this branch of physics. Another key important branch of physics is thermodynamics. Now, the word thermo means heat. Dynamics is about maybe change or movement. Okay, so in thermodynamics, you study energy, heat, and work. Now, it is this aspect of physics is what that gives birth to majorly our cooling system, our heating system, the radiator, the condenser, and every other thing. It is the interaction of how the heat changes the environment. Is it crossing the boundary? Is it not crossing the boundary? What is the work being done? So this is where you get more knowledge. When you want to focus on your refrigerator, your heat pump, all those things that have to do with exchange of heat, you study them under a branch called thermodynamics. Now, the next important branch again is electromagnetism. Electromagnetism. Now, under electromagnetism, you talk about electric charge, and magnets. That's electric charge and magnet. When I talk about magnet, I'm talking about the magnetic field, the electric charge. Remember, this is the field that have to do with the production of electricity, the productions of current and electricity. Anytime you want to know much about current, electricity, lightning, current, electricity, this is the major place you talk about. The magnetic field revolves or meets with an electric charge, and all these things forms electricity. Okay, so this aspect is also very large. It also has subtopics to also study under here. Another important branch again is optics. Now, from the word optics, it is light and its interaction with matter, light and matter. You know, for us to see, we need light, and this light hits on us, we are matter and whatsoever, and then it now either radiates or what, or goes back. It's now reflected to an object, then we can now see. So when you want to know more about the light, why light bends, the speed of light, things that have to do with relationship to light, you have to study it under a branch called optics. Another important branch again is quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics. Now, under quantum mechanics, what do we study here? We study the atom and subatomic particles. Now, it is under here you start learning things about the atomic structure, the elements, things about radiation. Most of us now are hearing things like atomic bomb, nuclear weapons, and every other thing. Now, nuclear fuel, a fuel that you can just put, it will be radiating and take you much distance. When you want to study that branch of physics, it is under quantum mechanics. Now, another branch again is another key branch again that we will look that is also being studied under physics, because I said physics is broad, is relativity. Relativity. Now, under relativity, we talk about object speed and its relation to a strong gravity. It is about this relativity that makes it possible for the Earth to be orbiting around its orbit, and also it does not go closer to the moon or fall away. It is the relativity, it is the object speed, and also the strong gravitational force surrounding them. When you want to know more about the solar system, how the other planets and every other thing is being interacts together, we study them under what? Relativity. And then the other branch, which is also key, is acoustic. Now, when we talk about acoustic, we are talking about sounds. So when you want to talk about sound waves, the speed of sound, ocean is moving, everything about sound, you want to know more about it, the branch of physics that tells you more or gives a deeper understanding of it is acoustic. Okay, so these are the major branches. There are still other branches, but these ones I listed here are the key major branches. Now, the fundamental concepts in physics. You cannot talk about physics without not talking about these key concepts that I want to list. The fundamental concepts. Now, the first fundamental concept is matter. Now, we all know what matter is. Matter is anything that has mass and occupy space. So everything that you're seeing from the branches, everything has to do with matter. So matter is a fundamental aspect of physics. Another fundamental aspect of physics again is energy. Now, energy is what? The ability to do work. This have mass and occupies space. Ability to do work. So these are two fundamental concepts. Another fundamental concept again is force. Now, what is force? Force is anything that tends to change the position of an object. Now, force is anything that tends to change or cause motion. Anything that causes motion and changes position of an object. So this is what force is all about. So these are fundamental concepts. And the last but not the least is space and time. Now, why is space and time important? Because for everything to take place, there must be a space for it to record. Any physical thing, there must be a space for it to record. It is the time, or it is the region in which an event occurs. The time, it is what? Region in which an event occurs. So therefore, these are the four fundamental concepts in physics. Everything about physics has to do with matter, energy, force, space, and time. So with this, we have been able to conclude the first chapter of what is physics. Okay, so in our next video, we'll be going into a key concept of physics, which is also this space and time. Then we'll be looking at quantification, because everything in physics has to do with what? Physical quantities. So therefore, because quantity is all about, wow, this is this board, you have to measure, you have to know things about it. So we'll be looking at the next topic, which will be very, very interesting. If you're yet to subscribe, please do well. Invite students, invite parents who would also want to learn and gather more knowledge. Thanks for watching. In case you have any question, do well to drop it in the comment section. Follow us on all our social media handles. Bye for now.